Yo guys, what's good? As here once again with another Exos Heroes video, and today we're talking about the hero growth system. I don't want to go into full detail on it, so yeah, let's just get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, big thank you to all the new subscribers. We had reached 250 subscribers, which is super amazing for me. We're quarter on the way to the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is basically the dream for every YouTuber to kind of have the feeling, yes, I'm getting somewhere, I'm part of the community. So thank you so much to actually enable like my growth to there. Super appreciated. I thought about a couple things we could do, and one thing I had in mind was I stream every Saturday, so if you want to maybe just hang out or have your summons done, I put my Twitter in the description, so just tweet me and say like if you want to do anything on the stream or if you want to do some summons, whatever, just let me know and we will see what we can make happen. With that all said, let's get into the actual topic, the hero growth system. And excuse me, my camera is at a very specific angle, so it points to me, but my monitor is there. Small room, there's not a lot of space, sorry about that, so not looking into the camera. Okay, Dreadnought made an exceptional video explaining all about the system, what he thinks that the new kind of strong heroes will be, and how the system overall evolves. And you should definitely check that video out, it's really good. So what I didn't really see mentioning is, like from anybody, is the associated cost to this. Like everybody is talking next patch, we will see this rainbow meta, everybody will break 6 stones. And this is just not the reality. So I read through this whole text in English, in German, and I had my wife help me out reading it in Japanese, and it all basically comes down to the same line. So the basics prevail. You need to be level 90, 5 times enhanced, and then the transcendence levels that you have on the hero will define how many attribute enhancements you can do. This is basically on top of already transcendence. This will be a new button that says attribute enhancement. And here in this table below, we see the percentage chance of the success. So +1 is always 100%, +2 is 70%, and if you fail, you get a 5% additional chance. So you cannot fail more than 6 times. So if you fail 6 times in a row, the 7th time will be a guarantee. This is basically how it works. Each of those stages will have a cost to it. Now, the costs are explained down here, where it's gold, muse, the weapon awakening materials, and this is just a bad translation, it's the hero tokens that you get from disassembling heroes. I expect this to be fairly expensive. If you have ever transcended a hero to +5 in the Faded category, it costs 110,000. Then additionally, even to get somebody to enhance 5, you need those 6-star enhancements that like you don't just get thrown at. You have maybe a bunch from your spirit dungeon clears. These are super rare, basically like maybe a little bit less rare than holy water, but still super rare, and you need a ton of them. You need 5 of them to even bring a hero like this to fruition. Based on the gold cost, I assume this will be double the cost, like 200,000 for +1, and this will stagger up, and like maybe 750,000 for +5, and each time you fail you have to pay that cost. So let's be really gracious and say the whole thing here costs 6 million. Like with all fails included, in average 6 million. You will use like, what, 20 fate cores, a bunch of these weapon materials, like the hero tokens, I assume it will be like 500, 600, similar to the pure heroes, just because of how strong the heroes become. So we're talking about tons upon tons of resources for one hero. Nevertheless, talking about an entire team. This will not become our immediate reality in the first week, in the first month even. We might see one, maybe two in one team from the really big spenders, the really super lucky people who got enough of the same hero, who never spent on anything else. We might see that. But we won't see this for an entire team for at least a while. Additionally, like, I don't think rainbow meta in per se will become a thing. So first of all, you only have 5 slots in your team. So yes, if you do rainbow meta, you could never be broken, but you would also lose a lot of like value from the sets. Sets would completely be devalued, which is probably not the point in this. And like, for my part, I run a team that has 5 colors. Like, I actually run 2 teams that have 5 colors. But most people run something like Bathory, Xeon, Ana, and then maybe Ulum and let's say either Rara or Baraka. So they have like teams that are 3 to 4 different colors. And I, for my part, think what we will see end up happening is that you have one main set of whatever you want, like be it blue, be it whatever color, and then 3 random stones because you don't want to go for the second set bonus. It depends on the character. Some characters don't necessarily need that, but if I had Ana, I would still want her block chance to be increased. If I have Garth, I still want to have like this barrier because he doesn't necessarily have the tank ability unless you have FC Garth. Like something like this. This is what I think will happen. For the first time, it really depends what the first characters are that we can transcend. And I wonder if they might rework something like dot champions. The reason for that is just like, it's pure speculation. We have an FC for Valentina, who is a dot hero, and it's a gold FC, and usually they don't really skimp out on their gold FCs. So I assume they don't want to just have her a trophy. So she might be something that can do something about this as well, especially if they come in a similar time frame. Will we see full dot teams? No. Although it would be really funny. Dot heroes will only make a return if Dragonblood is not a thing anymore, and so far there's no indication that this will do anything about Dragonblood. So Dragonblood is still pretty dangerous, and a lot of people might actually abuse the system and be like, oh, so you want to break me? I bring 6 green stones, so come with your Rara, where you break my entire team and we will just wrath you down with every single turn that we do. I don't know if that's the intended will of the directors and the game designers. I would personally do that. If I had a full team of Dragonblood, and just to cheese it out, full green team, I'll bring it. Like, either you do that or you don't break me. And if you don't break me, then we're on even footing, right? So, in my opinion, this whole system is further away than we think it might be, but not as far as like 6 months progression. Everybody will be able to do this in probably 2.5 months. Like, I could get to that, not necessarily with my strongest heroes, but at least with a bunch of legendaries, maybe even rare heroes that I could bring up to that, because they are really easy to get. And this could shake up the meta where you bring 0 mana abilities in, where you have 2 of the 0 mana abilities and then just go in and break the team due to that. With this system, I believe we will have the most fun PvP experience that we will have for a long time. And the reason for that is nobody knows what's good yet. There's assumptions, but there is no real proof. Sorry, I had to edit out a motorcycle. So there's no real proof what happens. Will we see a full rainbow meta that basically negates the sets? Will we then see from the rainbow meta a shift into the 1 set 3 random stones meta? Will we see a return to the full green meta just on Dragonblood units just to cheese it out? I think this will be an exciting time because you don't know what happens, you don't know when it happens, and if it happens super quickly and will surprise you. So for tag team, I think this can be really fun. Will it mean that we don't see any more of the solo Zeons or solo Annas? Unfortunately not. So in the best case, they have 6 of the same stones, which you could maybe go around and do something with it. In the worst case, they have like 6 green stones and you're pretty much like on the same footing as now, or they have 6 different stones and you will never be able to break them, which could create huge issues. So yeah, it will definitely be an interesting time, especially because it will be such a staggered process. Nobody will be able to create 3 teams and completely fully bring them out to attribute enhanceable and stomp everybody. There might be events, there might be some situations where you need specific heroes. There might be a return of 3 stars, and with 3 stars as a return, or 4 stars as well, like legendaries and rares, with them at a return, will the dragon meta slowly fade away, or will it prevail? Who knows? So all in all, I hope that I brought my point across. I'm usually not that good at free talking because a lot of things going on in my mind where I want to talk about the next thing already. So yeah, I hope it was all clear. If not, just a small summary. Cost extremely high. It will take a long time until we see 5 Transcendence, 5 Attribute Enhanceables on meta units. We might see a new wave of legendaries and maybe even rare heroes. It could bring a time where 0 mana abilities become strong in the game. And yeah, PvP will be a lot more interesting. With that all said, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, consider dropping me a like and subscribing to my channel. Be one of the people who brings me to the top, and I will try to bring you the best content I can. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, enjoy the grind.